Hey guys, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the weeks of December 15th through the 31st, 2019. So I have already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin here. And I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they give you some clarity. Also, if you want to book your personal or private reading, payments are collected on Fridays. So be sure to email TemajTarot@gmail.com to get that information. Also, if you want to reach me by phone, that's a different process. I normally post a notification stating when I'm taking phone calls. And then those of you that just want to support the channel, please be sure to visit my Patreon and see if you're able to support one of those tiers. So let's go ahead and get started here. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the Four of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Hanged Man. All right, so central issue, I feel that hard work has paid off. You guys may be coming out in one piece. I feel like something is saying you made it out in one piece. You've done all the drudge work. There's something that you have been working on, something that you have been trying to establish, something you have been focused on, and you can finally let that go or move on from one project, one situation, and on to the next. And really, truthfully, those of you that have been single, maybe you have successfully learned about unconditional love for the self, or some sort of self-love. And maybe that was something that you have been pushing through, something that you just continuously have been putting all your energy into day in, day out. And I feel like it's saying, okay, finally, we can move on from that lesson. We can move on from that project. So if you've been just focused on yourself, there's a strong possibility that now you are getting ready to enter that relationship phase. Now, those of you that have been in relationships, I do feel like maybe it's a different story. You might be moving on from that situation. Things may be coming to an end. If it's not the relationship that comes to an end, there is some sort of threshold that you've reached. Something's now been established, and now you guys can move on to the next phase in the relationship. I don't know what that phase could be, but wherever you were, whatever you have been working on or building towards, finally it's like, ooh, okay, we can finally take a rest from that. Maybe you have been looking for a home and you finally find your home. Now you can move into that home together. You moving away from one place and moving into a new place. Maybe you guys have been, struggling on one thing and one area in the relationship, and now you can move on. Maybe it was some sort of financial burden. So either way, there's some sort of shift or changes happening. Something new is being established. I do feel like there's also the possibility of some sort of celebration taking place. Those of you that know anyone who has birthdays coming up, something significant could happen during a birthday or right after someone's birthday. I feel that you guys are going to have, to confront your anxieties. I do feel like maybe you're going to be overthinking some things. Maybe you are going to be in denial about something, or you can't believe that something is over. I feel like even though something is ending, maybe you have not recognized it yet. Maybe you are still stuck in some sort of mindset. So there is a need for you to release whatever it is that you had been focused on previously. Maybe it was the type of relationship you thought you were going to have. Maybe it's a person that you thought you were going to be with. Either way, it's something that there is some sort of transformation taking place mentally. You guys are undergoing some sort of mental transformation. Now, it also could be that you're being released from some sort of anxiety. So if you have been having any sort of anxiety, it's like, okay, finally you get to a break from that, or you're going to get relieved from that. You're going to start seeing things from a different perspective. I do feel like you're being spiritually guided into some sort of spirituality, or some sort of realization. You're going to see things from a higher perspective, or you're going to see your situation differently. Now it does look like something's going to feel like it's on hold. I feel like you're moving on from some sort of situation. You're moving on from the past. You're letting go. You're moving on. And you're kind of just going with the flow of things, or you're just kind of like, well, I'm just kind of seeing where things progress from here. But from your perspective, it looks like nothing's happening. It looks like things are at a standstill. So I think, although, like I just spoke about a lot of successful things, something being accomplished, I think you're unaware that you're complete with something. I don't think that you're aware of it. To you, it seems like you're still stuck, or like there's no movement. But in actuality, I do feel like there is movement. Now, if you are in a relationship, I feel like there's definitely some telepathy going on within the two of you. Maybe you're also in denial of it at first. If you're single, I feel like the person coming towards you, you're going to have a telepathic connection with. I feel like you're being led to some sort of connection where it starts off very hard to define. There's something very 12th house about the love connection that you're making. And the 12th house is it's a confusing house because nothing really makes sense. It's just kind of, it's a wild factor. It's not grounded. It's dealing with the unconsciousness. It's dealing with the metaphysical. Is dealing with spirituality and things that are just out there in the universe. It's like the house before the incarnation. So where you are before you incarnate on earth, you're somewhere unknown. It's somewhere spiritual. It's somewhere hidden. It's a hidden realm from the physical realm. And then when you go into the first house, things become a reality. So I feel like there's something very unknown or very 12th house about your love life. And that is also where all this stress and anxiety comes from, because you don't know where you're headed. You don't know who's coming towards you. You can't figure things out. And maybe you want some sort of grip on reality and you haven't reached it yet. But I do feel like spiritually something is being established. You are being prepared for something, but it doesn't seem like it. So something will be established. I do feel like there is someone that wants to claim you as theirs, someone who does see you as the person that they want to be with. I feel like outside of someone coming towards you, you personally may feel the need to protect your boundaries or your space or your energy. I feel like you may be coming off as very defensive, or you feel the need to protect for whatever. You feel like you need to protect something. You're like, I need to protect myself. I need to protect my relationship. It's like you're standing guard. You may be coming off, something seems like a hostile environment. It's like fight now, ask questions later type of situation with you. So I don't know if there's someone coming towards you that you're kind of just like pushing away or fighting off. And it's like this person wants to explain themselves, but it's like you're not having it for whatever reason. You're like, no, I don't need you to explain anything. Boy. Maybe you're coming off as very guarded because of things that have happened in the past. If you're in a relationship, you may feel that there is a need to protect or guard your relationship for whatever reason. You yourself may come off successful. I feel like you are going to defeat your enemies. So let's say someone was trying to block you from having happiness. I feel like your spirit guides will defeat whatever unseen energies have been attacking you, or attacking your relationship, or they're fighting for you. Even if you're unaware of it, your ancestors or your spirit guides, your angels, they're probably fighting for you. I'm also getting a situation where there is ego in a way, pride in a way. You may be too prideful to put yourself out there. Or maybe you're coming off very strong, like you don't need love. Maybe people read you as not needing help, not needing love, not needing whatever. Maybe people are reading you that way. Also, if there is a love interest that you know of, something about the two of you it's like you're being mean or guarded with each other. You're trying to push each other away, or the both of you are unwilling to let your guards down with each other. There's some sort of power struggles that you need to move away from or let go of. So I almost feel like this is advice. Like if in order to have love, there may be a need to let your guards down. Even if you're unaware that you have your guards up, maybe you are saying things like, I don't need a relationship, or I don't need this, that, and the other. And that might not be true. So you might be your own worst enemy, or you might be on some sort of self-destructive pattern or path that you need to be aware of. Maybe you're unaware that you're pushing people away. Now, I do see that there is a potential that maybe someone is cop blocking you. Maybe someone is, and I can only think maybe someone from the past would be doing this. So if this isn't for everyone, but if your ex was into spell work, it's possible that they've been doing things to cause roadblocks so that you have no choice but to wait for them. Or so if it's kind of like, if I can't have you, no one else can type of energy. Someone could be doing things like that. So there may be a need for you to, do any type of spiritual protection on yourself, some sort of spiritual cleansing. I also feel like if you're single, there's someone who wants to come forward, but you wouldn't know it because they're acting completely opposite. You would not think that this person was into you from the way that they behave. Really, I feel like someone's guards are up, or someone is their defense mechanism. Now, at some point, I do feel like someone's going to be ready to let their guards down, and they will open up. They will be ready for commitment. But right now, I feel like they are not ready, or you are not fully ready for whatever reason. Let me look at the Five of Swords here. And then I got a similar message in another reading. If you do have a new love connection coming towards you, your first initial response is going to be to push them away. Your defenses are going to go up. I don't even think it's because you don't trust them. I think it's more so you not either feeling like you're not ready, or it's something about your unwillingness to compromise something. I don't know what that is. I don't think you're afraid. I don't think you're afraid of them. I don't think you feel like they're going to hurt you. It's something else. It's another reason. I almost want to say it's like you don't want people to know that you like them too. Like you don't want to admit that you have feelings or that you're attracted to this person. Like you'd rather be mean to them. Or maybe that is your love language. Maybe you are mean to people that you like. Or maybe it's revenge. Maybe you feel like you hurt me in the past, so I'm hurting you. How does it feel? I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. I'm not saying that that's the correct solution, but that might be something that you're doing. Yeah, somebody's acting like they don't care. Someone also is coming off like, I'm going to ignore them, or I'm not going to give them the attention. I know they want me to acknowledge them, but I'm not going to. I feel like you're acting detached, or someone is acting detached towards you. If you're in a relationship, you guys are acting like you don't care. Someone doesn't want to admit that they're hurting or that they miss the other person. It's like, I didn't miss you. Like, I don't care about you. I don't cry over you. I don't cry over people. Like, something's going on where you just want to be very protective and guarded. Yeah, it's like I refuse to let them know that I even think about them or that I care about them. Self-sabotage. Yeah. I just feel like it's some sort of self-sabotage. So there's basically a need for you to let your guards down. I feel like you're attracted to the person, but I don't know. It's just your defenses, you know, I feel like you can't help it. One more thing. And then you could be dealing with any sign, but also possibly Taurus or another air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think what it is too is that if someone is communicating with you telepathically, you're like, I don't care about that. Like, I need you to talk to me directly. Like, enough with that indirect communication. So I'm going to ignore all your subliminal messages, all your indirect messages. It's either also going to be a situation, if you're single, it's hard to read your situation or who exactly is coming towards you because there's more than one. And then if you're in a relationship, I also feel like whoever you're dealing with is a very sensitive or intuitive person. But they're also focused on their finances. Okay. And what the other thing I'm getting is that everybody coming towards you is too much pride. Like, you guys are attracting people who are just as guarded as you. So it seems like nothing is going to go nowhere until someone is ready to let their guards down. I feel the only way this can work is for the divine feminine to embrace her divine feminine and be receptive, play the role of the receptor, and the divine masculine needs to be masculine and adapt that alpha male role. I don't care if it's the same sex physically. Someone needs to embrace which role are they, which role, because, you know, two negatives can't connect, two positives can't connect. There needs to be a positive and a negative in order to cause a chemical reaction. So both people needs to claim their role. I claim my divine feminine. So I am a receptor. I sit back and relax while the divine masculine goes and does what he does. So, you know, I feel like that is probably what the situation is that people don't know their roles. You know, so it's not really even a matter of being old-fashioned. It's just that we need those defined roles. That's why I said it doesn't matter if it's the same sex or not. Someone needs to embrace which role are you playing. Are you the masculine or the feminine? We both can't be feminine. We both can't be masculine. So that is my snappy message to Libra. I hope it makes sense and resonates. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.